Better awareness, gun laws, and increased mental health evaluations were some of the answers from UH Manoa students when asked about recent gun violence on 3 college campuses.
Kind of surprised that there was another shooting that happened so soon after the last one, so that's kind of a shock.
I think I've become a little numb because of the recent line of shootings there have been. I believe there have been about over 190 so far this year alone. It's just commonplace.
It turns out like America has like the most gun shooting, like mass killing, so I feel like I don't know how the system is with like the law, but I feel like we should be more in control of like who is able to hold like guns, you know, who's able to purchase guns. I feel like we're really like lenient on the situation.
I definitely think that we need some sort of gun reform. I'm not sure what that takes. You know, there's all the issues around the Second Amendment, and it's kind of written in a way that is kind of loosely defined. And so we kind of have to really re-look at where our values are as a nation and see how we can kind of limit gun violence without necessarily impeding on people's personal freedoms.
And I'm really concerned. I just had a conversation with my class yesterday about this, trying to figure out what's actually happening among young people in the country.
I mean, you can't really control them, I don't think, considering the backgrounds of the people that do end up shooting or doing these shootings. They kind of vary, so I don't know what to think about it, actually.
Very difficult to really have a really solid view about like what you want with gun control without like a lot of research into it, because I feel like it's not necessarily just a gun control issue that causes these mass shootings. It's also like a mental health issue because a lot of these people aren't exactly mentally sound either. So, and then they don't really use like all these big weapons or anything that people try to ban with gun control, right? Like they use just regular pistols and stuff. So.
I would definitely want to be more informed because I feel like, you know, like being in college, you're so like focused on like what you're doing, you don't realize like what's happening around you. So I feel like if people were to be more informed, then they could maybe do something to prevent things that could happen, you know?
I think the most important thing is to actually listen to students. Find out what's actually happening in their lives. Why are they feeling this way? From my conversations, they seem to understand why these school shootings are occurring. They understand the psychological framework of some of the perpetrators. They understand this, but I don't think that conversation and that information is being shared enough.